in the spotlight, hit that light. No cap, no filter, we take flight. Saints on the rise, got that energy. Tune in to our podcast, feel that synergy. New Orleans pride, we never fall. Subscribe to the vibes, we bombard. Subscribe, hit that bell, join the hype train. No cap, no filter, we breaking every chain. In the heart of the city, Saints reign supreme. Live the dream, we living it clean. Yo, Bean Camaro, run that play. Crystal lava flying, making waves every day. Take some heels, switch it up, always on the go. Cam joining the fans, putting on a show. Do Mario with time, bringing that heat. Shahid's got that speed, can't accept defeat. Subscribe, hit that bell, join the hype train. No cap, no filter, we breaking every chain. In the heart of the city, Saints reign supreme. Live the dream, we living it clean. So stay tuned. Don't miss this ride with the Saints by our side, we take pride.
All right, what up, Who That Nation? This is No Cap, No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G. And today we're going to have to go ahead on and get into a preview of this matchup between this very, very long rivalry between the Saints and the Atlanta Falcons, man. It's going down on Sunday. We're going to the Dirty Birds house. A lot of Saints fans want them Dirty Birds on the grill. They want them fried. They want them skinned, all that, you know. So it's going to be a big matchup, man. Going to let a few more people get up in here. We got Jerry in the building. He says, what up, Molly G? Say best intro ever. Yeah, man. Thanks, Jerry, man. Thanks to Hoodie Jewel, man. Hoodie hooked me up with this little intro right here. So I'm forever grateful for that. Shout out to Hoodie Jewel. But yeah, man, we're gonna have to go ahead on and talk about this matchup, man. It's a whole lot of stuff going on with the injury report coming from the Saints side, coming from the Falcons side. They pretty healthy besides the offensive line. The offensive line took some hits. You know, they're going to be down a few guys, but the Saints offensive line, they're going to be down a few guys as well. We're going to get into all that. We're going to get into who else possibly might be missing this game. Thankfully, Eric McCoy, he's like the only guy that I would say going to for sure miss some significant amount of time. You know, everybody else that's likely will miss this game in Atlanta. They'll probably just miss this game or maybe the next game. But they should for sure be back soon, you know. They'll be back in like a week or two. But the only guy that's missing a significant amount of time is Eric McCoy. So the Saints are doing it, whatever they can possible to bring in guys, bring in bodies to fill that void. And they're going to see who's going to be the best fit to man that job while McCoy is out. Right now, as of now, I believe it's going to be Lucas Patrick. I think Lucas Patrick is going to just come in and fill that center void. I think Nick Saldiveri, I think he's going to come in and play left guard. And right guard, I'm not sure who's going to play right guard because I'm not sure if Cesar Ruiz is going to be able to go for this game. So we're going to be waiting on Nicholas to be dropping that final injury report for us. Everybody waiting on Nick Underhill. Everybody anxiety up. It's kind of feeling like you're waiting on the test. You know, you're waiting on your leap test scores or the see if you made the basketball team, see if you made the football team. You're so anxious, or see if you even, you know, coming away with the results that you want of a pregnancy results. You know, so you're just so anxious right now. Everybody is just, you know, crossing their fingers. Waiting on Nick Underhill to drop the news. And it's not just Nick Underhill. You know, they got Ross Jackson out there. They got Mike Triplett out there. They got, you know, a lot of other Saints media people. But, you know, for the most part, a lot of people really are looking to Nick Underhill. So a lot of people waiting on that. So until we get that, I can't really for sure give my final prediction. But I ain't gonna lie. My prediction is still kind of leaning towards the Saints to win this game, just because I feel like I think our defense is better than their defense, and for them to hurt us, they really got to run that ball. And by them having two offensive linemen down, I think that really kind of stops them from running the ball how they would want to run the ball on us. You know, They do have Kyle Pitts. He's a tight end. He's kind of been underwhelming in his career so far, but a lot of people feel like with the addition of Kirk Cousins, he should have a pretty decent year. Me personally, I feel like tight end's been that thorn in our back with Dennis Allen defense. And, it's just hard to stop them for whatever. I don't know if it's the scheme or if it's the personnel, but tight ends just been hard to stop in Dennis Allen tenure, the good ones, and running backs too. Like ever since Malcolm Brown had departed, running backs been hard to stop. But that's been giving us issues. The mobile quarterback been giving us issues, having time to extend the play. They kept Jalen Hurts in check this last game as far as his rushing ability. But he was still killing us through the air because he threw for over 300. I think he didn't even do that the first 2 games. So he did still kill us through the air, and he killed us with the tight end. And, worried about Jalen Hurts and his legs, they killed us with the running back. So Saquon Barkley, he still went off. Let's see. We got Kathleen up in here. Who that? Love the intro. Thanks, Kathleen. Yeah, man, we got Jerry and Kathleen in the building, man. I'm going to go ahead on and drop the link in like another 10 minutes. I'm going to let a few more people try to get up in here. I know it's kind of during work time right now, so a lot of people are still at work, but, I'm going to go ahead on and drop the link soon. We got Real Fan Sports up in here. We got Zach, man. What up, Zach? I'm going to drop the link soon, Zach, so if you want to come in and come talk about the Saints Falcons matchup, you're more than welcome. Let's see. Let me go ahead on and try to see if I can pull up some stuff for you guys. Let's see. We're gonna get into this little matchup real quick. Just give me a second. Okay. Okay, give me a second, you guys. All right, let's see. Saints versus Falcons. Okay. It's my first time trying to use this right here, so y'all give me some grace trying to put the preview of this the stats and the storylines for you guys off of NewOrleans.com. All right, we got it up. All right, I'm pretty sure that y'all can see what I'm looking at right now. All right, so right now, y'all know the Saints and the Falcons, we actually tied up for the all-time record, 55-55. So whoever wins this game is going to be leading in the all-time winning record. All right. Right now, our points per game is our total yards per game is 405 yards, and in week 3, our stuff was 219. Our rushing yards per game was 185, and in week 3, it was 89. So we kind of took a dip with that Philadelphia game, but for the most part, I really feel like we still going to come out on top with this game because I just don't think Atlanta got enough. I really don't feel like Kirk Cousins is. I don't feel like he's all the way 100% right now. I think he's getting hindered by the Achilles injury that he took last year. I think it was an Achilles injury, so I don't really think he's capable of making all the throws that's going to be necessary to make versus this tough New Orleans defense. He only has Drake London out there. Darryl Mooney, he's pretty good. He's a shifty wide receiver, very quick, very fast. But I really think you could put Alante Taylor on him, and I really think he could pretty much match up with him very well. Drake London, I think you could just put Sean on him and Sean easily, lock him down. Kyle Pitts, he's going to be the guy that I'll probably worry about the most when it comes to, stopping them offensively. So right now, it's pretty much looking good, They're talking about Kirk Cousins. He had 230 yards and 1 touchdown, 1 pick in that Falcons loss versus the Chiefs. They went up to Arrowhead. They had a pretty good fight with the defending champs. I really think they had a call that should have been called that could have went in the Falcons' favor, and they probably could have won that game. But when you're playing the Chiefs, you're just not going to get a lot of the call that you're looking for. That's just what it is. So I expect the same thing when we go up there to Arrowhead next week. When you play the Chiefs, you got to play Andy Reid, you got to play Spagnuolo, you got to play Patrick Mahomes, of course, Travis Kelce, and the refs. That just is what it is. They're the new Patriots, I feel like. So when it comes to, them having that close of a game with the Chiefs, that lets you know that they're kind of, threatening the right direction, but they just not all the way there yet. So I feel like the Saints can still take advantage of this opportunity while, it's still early. It's still they still got a lot of chemistry to do with each other. And I think the Saints can take advantage of this very early on. Let me go ahead on and put it back on me. All right, let's see. Let's get to the comments. He said, I'm just listening, doing some work around the house. Man, I just finished cleaning up not too long ago. We got Dana says, who that? What up, Dana? All right. So yeah, man, we got a lot on our plate. Let's look at the injury report. Let me go ahead on and try to see if I can pull that up for you guys real quick. All right. So for the injury report, we got actually Alvin Kamara. He actually came back to practice today. He's probably going to try to play, even though I think he has some bruised ribs. And that show you what type of warrior mentality Alvin Kamara got. He's in a contract year right now, but he's still trying to go out there and beat the Atlanta Falcons. I think a lot of the veterans, we feel like we could win this division. The division is, very winnable to win. And if they could just win a division, they'll automatically have a home playoff game. So, a lot of these veterans, they're trying to go for it right now. They want to win right now. You got your Alvin Kamaras, you got your Cam George, DeMario Davis, Taysom Hill, Tyrann Mathieu. All these guys know that, this is the back end of their career. Like, they only got a year or two left, in their prime. So guys are trying to lay it out on the line. So if Alvin Kamara got to go out there with bruised ribs, he's going to go out there with bruised ribs to beat Atlanta, because this is an important game. Some people will feel like this game is probably the most important game of Derek Carr and Dennis Allen tenure with the Saints. So we're going to have to see how all this is going to play out. So for the Saints injury report right now, as of today, Thursday, we got Derek Carr on there. He has a left groin injury. Taysom Hill, of course, he has the chest injury. Both of them practice fully. We got DeMarco Jackson. We got Colin Sanders. We got Landon Young. They was in limited practice. Alante Taylor, DeMario Davis, and Alvin Kamara, they did not practice. I think this is from yesterday. Let me see if I can try to update this. I think this is all from yesterday. So from today, let's see. Okay. All right, so in the open portion of practice, according to Ross Jackson, not seen today was A.T. Perry, Cesar Ruiz, and DeMario Davis. I think they were just off to the side watching the players practice. But who returned to practice today officially was Alvin Kamara, was Alante Taylor. I think Alante Taylor, he just had like a little illness. So I don't think he was really injured or nothing per se. I just think he just had like a little injury. I think he had like a illness, feeling under the weather. So I think he'll be good. He'll be good for the game. And another guy that I observed was Kendre Miller. Kendre Miller, man, look, that's a guy I really feel like I don't think it's just the injuries with him. I think that he probably one of those guys who's probably wasn't studying last year, probably not in his laptop looking at the playbook, not knowing the playbook fully. He just strikes me as a guy who just, just underwhelming to the coaches. And I think Dennis Allen really don't like that on top of you being injured. Like, if you're going to be injured, you better at least be in the film room longer than need to be. You better be the first one there, when it comes to be practice. You better be the last one to leave when it comes to practice. Like, show that you still trying to be dedicated to the team if you're going to be injured. So I just really feel like Kendre Miller and Dennis Allen doghouse. And is kind of upsetting to a lot of people because he has a lot of talent. Like he has a lot of talent. Like if this offensive line is, an indication of what we could be all season, when it comes to the run game, he's a guy that a lot of people will feel like bring a added juice or dynamic to this offense. You already got Taysom Hill. He's a Falcons killer. He's a ground and pounder. You already got Alvin Kamara. He could do it all. Jamal Williams, a lot of people are down on Jamal Williams because they just feel like he's kind of washed. He doesn't have enough burst. He doesn't have enough juice. Me personally, I think they're using him wrong. I think he need to be definitely in on short yardage, goal line situations, and just go get like a little first down and just take the load off of Alvin. I think a lot of people had a lot of higher expectations. It's kind of like when we got Adrian Peterson, that year Sean Payton had got Adrian Peterson, and he didn't really come in and do what he was, thought of to do. But then Adrian Peterson went to another team afterwards and still was kind of being productive. So I really think we just kind of using it wrong. But at the end of the day, Kendrick Miller got a lot that he could bring to this team, especially while Alvin Kamara banged up. So, a lot of people just want to see him on the field, and a lot of people just done with him. All right, we got T Dirty in the building. What up, T Dirty? I'm gonna go ahead on and put the link down in the chat if anybody want to come on. Let me see. All right, so if you got any thoughts that you have on this Saints game versus the Falcons, you feel free to go ahead on and hit the chat. I'll bring you in. But, at the end of the day, I feel like these are the matchups that we got to worry about the most. We got to worry about Kyle Pitts. We got to stop him. As far as the tight end go, I don't know if they want to match Tyrann Mathieu up on him because Kyle Pitts, he's much faster than Dallas Goedert. Like Dallas Goedert, he's fast, but he's not Kyle Pitts fast. And it was a few plays where I feel like Tyrann was kind of getting burnt by Dallas. So I don't know if you want to put him on him. Maybe you could put like maybe Will Harris or Jordan Howden will probably be best, but even them, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. You probably do better putting the cornerback on. Like I wouldn't mind them putting Lante Taylor on him. Probably you could put a Debo on him, but you don't want to be risk giving up them flags. Debo, he's kind of susceptible to giving up flags when it comes to him checking like athletic wide receivers or tight ends. So I don't know. They got a matchup to worry about. But when it comes to Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, that needs to be the focal point. We need to stop them more than anything else. But the only thing that's going in our favor when it comes to stopping them, their center's going to be out and their right tackle's going to be out. So I don't think it's just going to be easy, a cakewalk for them to run the ball on us, even though I still question our run defense when it comes to checking the better backs of the league. We're going to bring in Hurricane Mike, man. What up, Hurricane?
What's up?
Yeah, man. So, I'm just talking about this preview with the Falcons game coming up Sunday, man. What's your thoughts on the injury report and what's your just thoughts on the matchup in general?
So, all right. So first, let's get to the injury report, man. So look, the injury report we know has not been kind to the Saints lately. Has not been kind. I just think it's. I'm not really too worried about it. Yeah, McCoy's out, and that kind of sucks. But Kamara, I mean, he's like even if he's hurt, I still think he's gonna play. Cause like Kamara, he's like one of those guys that just always he's always available. Well, not for the past couple of years, but I think he just does not want to miss this game against Atlanta. That's me though. The end report, I mean, it is what it is, man. Just nothing else that need to be said there. Just hope that they get better and they can play Sunday. Now for this game, man, like this definitely this will either prove two things. One, that the Saints fans that think this team is a contender are right, or it's gonna prove that they're wrong. Okay, it's gonna be one of the two things, man. Because this is definitely the biggest test. Yeah, the Cowboys game was a test, but it wasn't like because I mean they just lost to the Ravens, so I don't know. But this game's definitely a test. I know the Falcons are 1-2, and I love that. But however, you know, if you look at it, man, the Falcons are a division rival. and they have not swept us in over a decade. So we cannot let that start now. So this game will definitely be a test to determine whether the Saints can compete. Now, if they win, depending on how they win, because if they win the game like 5-3, I don't think anybody will really think that it was a good game. But if we win the game, I don't know, like 20-17, 16-15, something like that, they'll be like, all right, the defense has stepped up, and the offense can do things. Now, definitely stop Bijan because Saquon Barkley was definitely not nice to us last week. And yeah, the Derek Carr, if he can just show it out, yeah, I think Derek Carr, if he shows out, he will be just if Derek Carr can play good, I'll take it. And also, if the Saints defense can shut out, well, not shut out, but shut down Kirk Cousins, I'll take it.
Yeah, man. When it comes to the Falcons defense, we're gonna have Cesar Ruiz likely out. We're gonna have for sure we're gonna have McCoy out. I don't know if Alvin gonna play or not, but we still got that Saints killer Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
Taysom Hill, we could use him in a lot of different, packages. We can move him around. He could play the fullback position. He could play tight end. He could help with, protections. He could just help with running the ball out the wildcat formation. So I really feel like Taysom Hill, he adds another dynamic. But when it comes to their defense, like Grady Jarrett, he's going to be lined up against our backup center. That's not going to be a easy task. They also got David Onyemama. We already know about him. They got Kentavious Street. We already know about him. Those guys are just the guys who are just going to be up in there doing all the dirty work. Like they're going to be the guys who setting up, Grady Jarrett for getting them open lanes to try to get the car. They're going to be the guys setting up those open lanes to get Arnold Bacardi. I don't know what his I can't pronounce his last name. I don't know if it's Bacardi or Ibatai or something like that, but he's like number 17 on the defense. This dude is very athletic and very fast. So we got to worry about him and Matthew Judon when it comes to, stopping their pass rush. They also have another guy that's familiar with us, Caden Ellis. We already know what type of pass rusher he is. He going to be able to get at least pressure on Derek Carr. I don't know if they're going to be sending him on the right side more or the left side. I would assume they're going to put Matthew Judon on pinning side, and they're going to try to get like some type of pass rush from someone else on Fuaga side. So this not going to be easy, man. This is definitely not going to be easy. AJ Terrell, to me, he's a solid cornerback, but he's not nobody that you just worry about like that. I don't think. Like I think Alvin Kamara. I mean, not Alvin Kamara. I think Chris Olave could kind of get the best of him. I really think Chris Olave route running is just silky smooth, and his speed is just, very quick. So AJ Terrell, he's going to have his work cut out with him. But if you just avoid AJ Terrell, I think other guys can eat. Like I think Shaheed could have a big day because they have Mike Hughes, they have D Ford. They gave up a lot of yards to Rashee Rice.
But, yeah, on 2 catches, 110 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, so that was with Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball. But I really feel like Rashee could have that same type of production. Yep. Now we just got to worry about Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons. Even Justin Simmons, he picked off Patrick Mahomes, but he always been picking off Patrick Mahomes. So that's not nothing new. But if Derek Carr don't be up in there trying to give good plays to Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons after a possible interception, I think the Saints could easily pull off this game, man. What do you feel like about the Falcons defense that we have to worry about the most?
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons, like, they don't have a defense that really scares me. How AJ Terrell, people were like, oh, AJ Terrell, AJ Terrell this, AJ Terrell that. Brother, I'm telling you, that man is like, he's like AJ Boye. If y'all remember him, he reminds me of AJ Boye. Somebody who would make a play here, then get like, what are you doing next play? So he reminds me a lot of AJ Boye. AJ Terrell, ironically they both start with AJ, but AJ Terrell, he's I don't really view highly of him. I'm putting him in the Jalen Ramsey category, and the Darius Slay category. However, the rest of the defense, it's like It's okay. I mean, they lost Calais Campbell and Arnold Epikiti. I mean, I haven't really been hearing his name. I don't really fear the Falcons' defense. Like, yeah, they got friggin' Justin Simmons, Jesse Bates. But other than that, I mean, like their linebackers. I mean, K and Ellis. I mean, he's cool and all, but he's not like this All-Pro linebacker. So I mean, I don't think the Falcons defense really has me shaking in my boots. Like David Onyemata, he was underwhelming with the Saints and so far with Atlanta. So I don't really fear the Falcons defense. I think the Saints can definitely, you know, I think the Saints can definitely take over the top. I don't have us scoring so much points against Atlanta, but I think G will get that one touchdown where it's like, I bet, come on, time to cook.
Yeah, man. How do you feel like our offensive line will hold up versus them though? Like, do you feel confident in Clint Kubiak drawing up a good scheme for us, like quick passes, maybe inside runs or outside runs? Like, I know you're not the biggest fan of Jamal Williams, and how you feel about if Elvin Kamara was to not be able to make this game?
Well, first question, offensive line. Look, man, like the offensive line, I don't think it's a big issue going to this game. It's just that can we hold their car in the pocket, okay? Because if their car is scrambling, trying to make a play, I do think he has the ability to make a play, and he's shown that in the past. But I don't want him doing that like all the time, right? So as long as their car's got time where he's able to read, where he's able to read to make reads, I think he will be fine. Um, what was your second question?
I know you're not a big fan of Jamal Williams like that. So if AK can't go, what do you feel like
Oh,
our chances, of rushing the ball? But mind you, we still have Taysom Hill. He should be able to be a go.
well, the running game, right? Look, like I said, Jamal Williams. It's like Jamal Williams. I don't know. I don't know about him. Like one day he'll play good, the next day he won't. I don't know. So, but the running game, other than him, like I don't know. I think Hunter Miller. I think he's eligible to come back after this game. I'm not too sure about that. But when comes back, I think he will be our number two running back eventually because he reminds me of a mini Alvin Kamara. And Taysom Hill, he's a Falcon killer. Other than that one fumble he had last year, yeah, I ain't forget. Other than that one fumble last year, he's been putting belt to that ass against Atlanta. This game's in Atlanta. I'm still not scared. I'm not scared of mighty Atlanta. What have we ever done as a football franchise? We blew a 28-3 lead. I ain't scared of no Atlanta. I ain't scared to go. Man, y'all act like y'all have the Chiefs home field advantage. Like you have the Packers home field advantage. Man, you're Atlanta.
You mean choke Atlanta?
Yes.
Yeah, what up, Jerry G? Man, what's your thoughts going into this game, man? The Saints looking like they're dealing with some injury adversity. The Falcons, they have injuries themselves. Like, how do you feel about the chances of this game?
First of all, what's good, Molly? What's good, Mike? To
Good,
the
Jerry.
chat. Looking at this injury report, Molly. All I can say, and I told this to Hoodie. Shout out to Hoodie. I told this on his show Wednesday night. That when some of these players get injured, somebody got to step up. Because I would love nothing more than to go to our second home in Atlanta and just beat. I'm not talking about just beat, but just destroy the Atlanta Falcons and their fan base. So
Week 18.
yes, 48-17. Thank you very much. But no, I just want to just beat these Falcons to the kingdom come, Molly, because Mikey already knows how much I hate him.
Do you know how much I hate him?
100.
So, like, do y'all feel like this is like the biggest game in Dennis Allen and Derek Carr tenure with the Saints?
I don't know about that. I mean, look, it's definitely a big game, but like,
Yeah.
it's not like this is like a game where it's like, because you see people sometimes hear those words and they're like, it's obviously this game. But like, is it really that big? Because like, okay, if you lose the game, I'm not saying I want to lose, especially against the Falcons. But let's say you slip up and you lose. Okay, you're 2-2. You still got room to improve. Plus, you don't. I'm not trying to make excuses or nothing, but you don't have your starting center. Your quarterback got
Nope.
banged up a little bit. Your running back's not there. Well, he's kind of banged up. So like, this is not like if he loses, not the end of the world. So I don't think this is the biggest game, in my opinion. The biggest game of Dennis Allen's career was that Tampa Bay game that he choked, blew. So, and also the Green Bay game last year. Those were the two biggest games of his career. This game does not come anywhere close to that, even though it's against Atlanta and it's a division rival. I mean, that still don't freaking mean that it's one of his biggest games. Okay, like that's like saying, oh, Drew Brees, week 17 or week 16 against the Falcons. Saints have 9 wins. Falcons have 4 wins. It's a big game for both teams. No, it's a big game for Drew Brees. No, it's not.
Mikey, let me share something with you, and Molly can back me up on this. You got to understand how much we hate the Atlanta Falcons, especially their fan base, because Lord have mercy. Oh, they be talking about they like the favorites to win the NFC South. Oh, we got Jesse Bates. Oh, we got Justin Fields. We got Matthew Judon. We got Kirk Cousins. Oh, I say okay. But that ain't gonna mean y'all gonna win the South. You gotta think about. You gotta look. This rivalry goes way back in the 70s. I'm talking about when we was in the old NFC West. I'm talking about New Orleans, Atlanta, San Francisco, Los Angeles. This rivalry goes back before the newly informed NFC South was revived, was re-established, however way you want to say it. This rivalry go way back. The Saints fans don't like the Falcons, and Falcon fans don't like the Saints. It's a hated rivalry. No disrespect to those other teams in the NFL. No disrespect to the teams in baseball and basketball and college football and all that, hockey or whatever. But when it comes down to a hated rivalry, this rivalry right here, which we're going to see on Sunday, speaks volume. Because Lord knows, and T. Dirty can agree with me, that we do not like the Chokelana 28 3ers. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
When it comes to Kirk Cousins, you know, I feel like he's still kind of playing through pain with that injury that he sustained last year. In my opinion, he probably should have played Penix until he got better. That's just me though. But when it comes to Kirk Cousins and you have these 2 offensive linemen out, how do you guys feel like we could take advantage of that, of getting to him? You already know he wasn't a mobile quarterback before the injury, but now after the injury, he's really just a statue. I really think that plays into Dennis Allen's scheme of getting to certain quarterbacks like him. So how do you feel like we could take advantage of that, especially after Dennis Allen already confirmed that he's going to be having Cam, you know, kind of like on a bench a little bit more because at the stage of his career, and they're going to be playing Carl Granderson and Chase Young more.
Yeah, like if you look at it, man, like I'm not gonna lie, the Saints' defensive line is gonna eat. Okay, like they were going up against the Eagles' offensive line, and like they were actually playing better when the starters were in. Tell me how that makes sense. But yeah, we were going up against that. We went up against the Dallas offensive line. Fun fact: my friend's cousin is actually an offensive lineman for the Cowboys. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, so I mean, brother, like the Saints' defensive line is gonna. Man, I'm not trying to disrespect you, Kirk. They will kill
you. Fuck Kirk.
Well, yeah, fuck him too. But they will literally kill you, my guy, my G. They will kill you, Kirk. We are going to kill you.
Look, let me say this right here. There will be no handshakes. There will be no apologies, no autographs, none of that stuff. I mean, some of y'all was. Shout out to you and Jono, Mike. I did enjoy that Wednesday night. But if y'all was over at, I don't know, it was some show. It was some Falcons podcast, but they had TJ over there, they had Big Q over there, and they had Aaron over there. Shouts out to those 3 guys over there for going in and just humiliate the Falcons fan base. I mean, dude. Dude. I looked at Derek Carr in that press conference on Wednesday. I say, no autographs. You got no apologies this time, Derek. You go in there and beat their ass. That's what we do. We come over there and beat ass. That's what we do.
I think
I don't care. I don't care what Falcon fans say. As long as the Saints go in there and do their job and go 3-1 on Sunday, that's all I care about. They can say whatever they want to about they got this guy, they got that guy, they the best team. They can say all they want. But when we go up in that Sunday, and I'm unapologetic.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to go in there and whoop ass and be 3-1.
Yeah, because, bro, if you lose the game, I'm sorry. But it does not matter who you have. Because, trust me, as Saints fans, we believed the last 2-3 years that we were a great team because of who we had. But it didn't matter in the end because that team couldn't work. And that's why I didn't like the Falcons going into this season. Not just because I hate them. Well, that's probably 50% why. But also
that's 100%.
Well, yeah, that too.
You already know that.
But
ain't no love lost, Mikey.
Yeah, but they got Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates. I don't really think they play well against or next to each other. I don't think they play well. I think Simmons is out of position, and I don't like the fact that Jesse Bates is the number 1 safety in the NFL. That just feels wrong. So, yeah, and y'all got Matthew Judon. Oh, congratulations. You got a Matthew Judon that's already 2 years into his washed-up years. Congratulations.
See, Mikey, that's exactly what I'm saying. And T-Dirty, if you ain't busy, bro, join the panel, man. I already know you got something to say about these Falcons. I already know. So if you don't mind, click that link. Come on up in here, bro, because I know you got something you got to say about that.
Yeah, man. Look, I already said a lot.
Hey, bring that forklift with you.
Yeah, like I said, man, I already brought. Bro, I was talking to John about this. Man. Yeah, I was talking to John about this last night. Brother, the Falcons ain't got nobody on that defensive line that scares me that can attack our offensive line.
Nobody.
I'm sorry. Bro, David Onyemata, bro, I watched him play 16 times. Well, not even that, because he was always hurt all the time. Yeah. But yeah, David Onyemata, I watched him. He's not that guy. Freaking, you got Matthew Judon. Why do you got him? Just so it can look good on the box score? Oh, because we have him too. You can't tell. You can't tell.
Hey, T-Dirty, we can all be we're all on the same page because we definitely do not like these guys. We all agree on one thing. We hate those Falcons. They try to be us so bad. I mean, it's just it's not going to ever happen because I ask this question all the time. And I know Falcon fans get jealous of me because they already know I'm going to get on them. How many Super Bowls did the Atlanta Falcons win? How many? Prove my point right there, Mike. 0.
Bro.
And as long as the New Orleans Saints are in this division, the Falcons will never have a snowball chance in hell to win the Super Bowl. Because ain't no way north, south, east, or west hell they're going to win another Super Bowl because we're going to keep bullying them.
Yeah. Jerry, I have a question for you, though.
What's up?
Forget about what happened at the end of the Super Bowl. When the Falcons were up 28-3, and you did not know how the game was going to finish, what was your reaction? Because I didn't watch the game because I didn't. So what was your reaction when they were up 28-3?
Dude, my reaction was when I watched that game, man, I had a Falcon fan that called me and FaceTime me saying, when it was up 28-3, we got this in the bag. I say, yeah, okay. But what happened in the second half? You blew it.
Yeah, that just proved my point, bro.
Dude, this is what, look, Falcon fans in the first half, 28-3. We got this in the bag. The Super Bowl's coming back to Atlanta. We got that Lombardi trophy.
Coming back where? Yo, you didn't even win the first time.
But what happened in the second half in overtime? Hello.
What would y'all rather lose the Super Bowl like that, 28-3 lead, or just not make the playoffs? Period.
Molly, it was right there in their hands, bro. It was right there in their hands. All they had to do was keep their foot on the gas and score some more. But they just, I mean, this is like it's just like you get like you run out of gas, like you're on empty, because the Patriots was coming back and just made a big comeback and they beat them in overtime.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Molly. I would rather miss. Look, I know this is not an unpopular opinion. I'd rather miss the playoffs because at least if I miss the playoffs, at least you forget that. Because then you're focused on all the playoff teams, so at least you forget about it.
Man, that dude, that year they were talking all that noise, Molly. I'm talking about since 2016. They were talking all that noise since they made a run in the playoffs and then they fell short. Not only the first time, not the first time when they lost to Denver, but they fell the second time when they lost to New England.
Yep. You know,
that tells you right there. Well, see back there back in 98, 99, I didn't know anything about that. But how joyous it was.
Yeah.
In 2016, bro.
Yeah. Jerry, look, I've been watching football for 6 years now, right? Mm-hmm. I have never once watched the Falcons playoff game. Never.
That's a surprise because they ain't been back since.
I usually always deem that as our second Super Bowl. Like winning, Tom Brady winning that game, it felt like us winning the Super Bowl because it was just so joyous to every Saints fan. It was just so rooting for Tom Brady to make that comeback after they scored like twice. They was like, okay, this is a possibility the Falcons could pull off a choke job. That's what they did, man. Like one of the biggest choke jobs in NFL history. Yeah. So they gotta always hold that L. So it's like I always kind of deem that as like a half a Super Bowl for us.
Yeah, that like Julio Jones. I'll give it to him. Julio Jones tried to win that game. In fact, Julio Jones got the Falcons in field goal range to go up by 2 scores, and then holding. Next play later, holding, and then they're out of field goal range, just like that. And then they punt the ball. Julian Edelman becomes Jesus and catches the ball, and then they freaking go down the field and then
this is why Mikey and Molly and everybody in the chat. This is why we love to troll these choke Atlanta Falcons every time, because they always love to talk that noise. They always love to talk their shit and everything. I get it, but when it comes to us and we beat them, oh, how sweet it is. Dog, how you doing? Come on in. Man, shout out to Dog.
By the way, I do want to say this though. Prayers up for Atlanta, because they are getting a hurricane. So prayers up. Look, as much as I hate your football team, I never want to trust me. We just had a hurricane come like a couple weeks ago, so I'm praying for you. Trust me, because I think
they say it's a Cat 3 right now.
So yeah,
that's I
heard. Hope y'all are well. I hope now your team sucks, but I hope that your city does.
Look, now that's something else right there, Mike. Now we can talk about our hated rival as much as we please because it's in our DNA, it's in our blood. That's what we do. But when it comes down to situations like hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, all that. I mean, we had to help one another. I mean, that's another part of me. I mean, I love to trash and troll them Falcon fans so much, but when it comes to like hurricanes and stuff, because I think some of them got family members in Florida, in Georgia, I think in Tennessee, Alabama, wherever state they at. But when they know a hurricane is coming, they have to be prepared. They have to. That's how over here in Mississippi and over in Louisiana and Texas, we all witness that same. We're all on the same boat when it comes to something like this.
What up, Dolph?
What up, fellas? What's going on?
Dolph, how you doing?
Come on in. What's going on, Marley G? Baby, what's happening with you?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. We just talking about this 55-55 rivalry game. Whoever win gonna be up by one game.
Yeah. Interesting week coming up, man. Both offensive lines are hurting. Both teams coming into this game off a defeat. Both teams needing this game, despite the Saints being 2-1. I think the Saints really need this game. I think this can be a statement game for them as far as in the NFC South. If they're able to go get this game, they'll be 2-0 in the division. I think we play Tampa in the next 3 weeks too. So
Week
they'll
six.
have
the next couple of weeks.
yeah, they'll have an opportunity to take control of the division. Listen, we saw what we saw the first 2 weeks. Last week, a lot of people got disappointed because we only scored 12. But
I was one of them.
When I looked at that game last week,
Mm-hmm.
the Millenniums, they didn't like that game. To me, that was a throwback game. That game had playoff. It was a playoff atmosphere. To me, it had the intensity of a playoff game, not a regular season game. Despite the Saints not playing good offensively, they still had the lead late in that game with an opportunity to win. And despite all the good the defense did, once again, another year, the same thing happens. When they need the most critical stop of the game. I don't care what they done did up to that time. When they need that one stop, that most critical stop to seal the game, they just don't get it.
That's
Third
true.
and 16. Third and 16. We got veterans, and I said this all week. We got veterans.
I saw that.
There is no way they should have been colliding and running into each other, allowing Dallas Goddard to get 50, 60 something.
Man, we should have had Demario Davis on Goddard, man.
That tight end of the Eagles remind me of Darren Waller when he was with the Raiders. We just made a good player out of him with the way they did to us.
I can't do him that, Jerry. Dallas Goddard been good since he came into the league, bro.
Yeah.
He been good, bro. He's no bum. But at the same time, when Smith went out, we knew he was the go-to man in the passing game.
Yeah,
so
next man up.
How he get that open on the crossing route, and
ridiculous, man.
And it's just like, stuff like that happened to the Saints, bro. But the offensive line, man, the interior, the two guards in the center, they got whipped all day, man. And there were times, man, when I'm looking at the game, bro, I'm pretty sure y'all saw it too. Well, Lewis Patrick and Cesar Reed, they barely got a hand. I couldn't even get a hand on Carter Davis, bro. And it was damn right embarrassing, bro. So hopefully they can bounce back this week and put forth a better performance as an entire team, man.
Well, let me ask you this, dog. The run route, that's everything that the offensive team will hope for to happen. Like, you want to get the defenders held up into confusion. You want to have that. It's a timely play that you just want to get a guy held up just enough for the guy to have a little bit of daylight. It just so happened it worked damn near better than they ever could imagine at the critical moment of the game. But do you feel like that's more of a thing on the players on the field? Or do you feel like Dennis Allen should have called a double team on Dallas, or he should have at least played zone?
Players on the field, bro. When we go stop, letting them escape, bro. Nah, man, it's on the players. Marley, you could have called the perfect play right there, bro. If they don't go out there and execute and what happened to them happen, bro, that's not on the coach. That's on the players on the field, bro. That wasn't their first time seeing that concept. That wasn't their first time having to pass a receiver off or tight end off. To me, that was at that time of the game, bro. That was unexcusable, bro. To me, that's unexcusable. To me, that's on the players on the field.
Okay. What about this offensive line? It's probably going to be Lucas Patrick going to be at center. I'm not sure if Cesar Ruiz is going to be out or not, but it's looking like he might be out. I think Nick Saldiveri is going to play the left guard. Right guard might be the same guy who played the last game. I always have a problem. Yeah, Udo. I always have a problem pronouncing his name.
I'd rather see Landon Young than
I think Landon Young was on the injury report as well. But even if it's Udo or Landon Young, how do you feel about us going against a defensive line with the likes of a Grady Jarrett, with the likes of a David Onyemama, trying to open up things for Matthew Judon if they do any type of stunts, or that guy number 17 I was telling you about, Arnold. and you know they have
Yeah.
Kaden Ellis. So how do you feel about our offensive line matching up with their defensive front seven?
We're gonna have to run the ball, bro. We're gonna have to attack those edges. With the run game, outside run game, gonna have to be big. I think they're gonna have to get Derrick on the move, bro. A lot of roll out, let roll them out the pocket. Don't just have them sitting back there as a stationary target. I think the screen game needs to be implicated more. Some receiver screens. For some reason, fam, I just think that Mason Tipton is gonna play a role in this game. I don't know why. I just do. I've been saying it all week, and I've been trying to think why do I think this? He's played in every game this season. Think about this. A.T. Perry ain't been active yet, but Mason Tipton has. And also, when I look at Mason Tipton, and let me know if y'all kind of agree with me or not, but I kind of think what they did with Mason Tipton.
Yeah, you went out, dog. I
Oh,
think
no.
I'm back. There I go.
Oh, now he's back.
Oh, so sorry about that. So what I was
It's
saying
okay.
was what they did with Mason Tipton is kind of similar to what they did with Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah.
We ain't even see Shaheed in preseason. We ain't see Tipton in preseason. Got injured, didn't put him out on the waiver wire, not with cuts, and fear that they'll lose him. And now they bring him onto the actor. He makes the actor roster, and he's been out there. I seen him blocking out there. We know the kid can take the top off the defense too. I just think the Saints opponents really don't know that he can do that. And I think a set with him, when maybe they'll send Rashid on a crossing route to clear out and Mason Tipton over top, I could see that happening. But as far as the interior of that defensive line, like you say, it doesn't get any easier this week. You got Grady Jarrett, to me, one of the best. I think he's a Hall of Famer, me personally. David Onyemata, but I think the Saints can have success running the ball against this Falcon team. Look for a little bit more of maybe Jamal Williams, but the X factor is back. The Falcon killer is back, and Taysom is back, man. You know, and they missed Taysom Sunday, bro. Let's not put any, they missed Taysom. They could have used Taysom this past Sunday, man. And like that third down, that fourth down and one where Elvin came up just short. When at first I thought that Foster Moreau just got knocked on his ass. But when I went back and I looked at the all 24, as he was going in motion for that kickoff block on Zach Bond, he actually tripped over the foot of Ali Udo on his way to get out there, so he was off balance, and that's what allowed Bond to blow him up and get back to hold Alvin short on that play. So it's little things like that sometimes that when it happens we don't see, man, that can cost you a game. And think about this, guys. The Saints had 2 turnovers and a block punt and scored 0 off of them.
Yep.
0.
The whole
and we
time.
lose by 3.
You're up by 3,
That's
then
my
you lose
thought,
by
brother.
3. Yeah.
So when it comes to the offense, Dolph, like, they have Kirk Cousins. I personally feel like he's still battling through pain. He's a statue.
I can't hear you.
You can hear me now?
I can hear you.
I think Dolph.
Can't hear you, Marley.
You can hear Jerry?
Can you hear me, Dolph?
Yeah, I can hear you, Jerry.
Okay.
I don't know why he can't hear me. I ain't got him muted. You can hear me now, Dolph? Ask him, can you hear me now, Jerry?
Can you hear Molly?
No, I can't hear him. Can you?
I can hear him. Yeah, Zach.
You can hear him? What's wrong?
Hold on.
Joe,
we'll bring.
Yeah, Dolph just had to restart.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's what happened, man. You up by 3, then you lose by 3 as a final score, bro. It's crazy.
But I try to bring him back on right now.
Yeah.
You can hear me now, Dolph?
Yeah, man, that was I'm on my phone, bro. I apologize, man.
No, it's all right.
Man.
Yeah.
My
But
bad.
I was
It's
trying to
okay.
ask I was trying to ask you, Dolph. I really feel like Kirk Cousins is not 100% out there. I really
Yeah.
feel like Dennis Allen's scheme is like tailor made for those pocket quarterbacks that statues. He's in pain to me. I think he's even more of a statue. He's very limited on what
Yes.
he can do in the pocket. By them having a right tackle going to be out, their center going to be out. I already know they're going to try to run the ball, but I don't think it's going to be that effective. I really
What up,
feel
Drew?
like they're going to see the success that
Bro,
Goddard
hey.
had, and they're going to try to do that with Pitts. How do you feel like our matchup with Pitts is, and just slowing down this Falcons offense? I don't really feel like London is a worry or Mooney, but I feel like Pitts, he probably could be the guy that could probably get them some big plays downfield and move the chains.
I think Pitts is going to be a main target of theirs this Sunday. Like you said, man. I mean, if you was the opposing coach and you just saw what the tight end did to him, and you got a tight end with the talent of Pitts, man, I'm gonna do everything to getting him the ball this Sunday. I'm gonna use some of the same concepts. I'm gonna dress it up to make it look different, but I'm gonna use some of the same concepts that I know gave them problems. My thing is that I'm kind of curious to see, how much will Willie Gay be on the field when Pitts is on the field, when he's matched up against a linebacker. Will it be Willie Gay on the field, or will it be Double D, or will it be Pete Warner? I think that Pitts matchup is going to be big. I listen, like you said, with Drake London, with Lattimore back, I'm not too worried about Drake London. But I'm gonna say this. I always liked Donnell Mooney. I think Donnell Mooney was under the radar, one of the better signings in all the NFL this offseason. And right now he's balling, bro. As that number three behind Pitts and London receiver, man. He's no slouch. But the good thing about us is we got 3-4 deep at the corner. So we deep. So the Saints are actually one of the teams that can match up with them because of the talent that they have in the secondary.
I really feel like they offensive weapons on the wide receiver. I think it's a mismatch. I think they don't have anything to keep up with us. Mooney, I think he's a sneaky guy. He's a real sneaky guy. Like if he could catch the ball underneath, he got that type of speed where he could shift up out of a tackle, break a tackle, spin, and just kind of move the chains. But other than that, I really don't think we got to worry about them like that. It's Pitts, though. It's that tight end position. Zach, he said the difference is the tight end was let loose because the threat of Hurts. I don't think we'll see that again. But I disagree, man. We always have problems with these athletic type of tight ends, bro. This been going on in the Dennis Allen era. It just ain't been the mobile quarterback. It just ain't been the running backs ever since Malcolm Brown left. It's been the tight end as well. So we're going to have to see. But, when it comes to anything downfield, I think Dennis Allen, the proof is in the pudding. They've seen enough with Cam Jordan, bro. They love Cam Jordan. He's a Hall of Famer, but he's already confirmed that his snaps been down lower, and he's going to have to take a back seat. This is the Carl Grandis and the Chase Young show from here on out.
Yeah, and Cam go be in there too, but which I think is a good thing because that means toward the end of the season he'd be even fresher. But going back to what you said earlier about Kirk Cousins, watching him, he's not 100%. I was on the shout out to the Dixon Way, man. We'll be with them this Sunday doing the joint live stream, and they said it themselves. He's not 100%. You can see that he's not 100%. And like you said, this week he's tailor made because he's a statue back there. He's not 100% moving. He still is kind of favoring that leg. So if the Saints are able to get pressure, and I think Brian Bresee is going to be big this week. If he can get that pressure, constant and consistent pressure in the face of Cousins, getting him off his platform, making him get rid of that ball maybe a second or two more than he wants, just a half a second, a tenth of a second before he wants to, man, that I think that can lead to a potential turnover for the Saints. Carl Granderson right now leads the league in pressures. I think he's 7 in sacks right now. Carl Granderson's off to a hell of a start this year. Everybody's going to look on the other side at Chase Young, and because the sacks are not there, everybody's going to think, well, Chase Young isn't doing nothing. He's having an effect on the game in the run game and the passing game by the pressure. He's constantly putting pressure on the quarterback in the pocket. And again, I think the linebackers and the safeties are going to be big in this game. They're going to try to get Pitts isolated up on Tyron, man. They're going to. So the safeties and the linebackers are going to be big in this game. And of course, turnovers, man. You got to protect the ball. And if the Saints could get a short field and actually score off some turnovers this week, I think they have a good opportunity to walk out there with a W. Atlanta don't scare me, man. I mean, listen, they don't.
Do you feel like they have like a little bit of an edge because Kirk Cousins had played within a Clint Kubiak system in Minnesota? Or you think that's like a non-factor, like it doesn't really matter? And speaking of Clint Kubiak, we already know Taysom Hill is going to be heavily involved this game. You mentioned that Tipton might be involved this game. But how do you think he'll utilize the tight ends? The tight ends ain't really been getting much love as of late. Jawan Johnson, he only got 1 target this last game. Jamal Williams, he looking like he's going to get an uptick in carries if Alvin Kamara is not be able to go with these bruised or he either has bruised ribs or he has broken ribs. So if he's not going to be able to go, I see an uptick in Jamal Williams carries. Like, how do you think that Ken Kubiak is trying to manage what he has in his toolbox?
I'm glad you said tight end. I've been calling it for it. Other than week 1, week 2, he was all right, but week 3, there was no Jawan Johnson sighting. Now, I will say this. Derek Carr was under stress the entire time. That performance by the offensive line, and it was one of the worst we've seen out of them in years, man. It was horrible, bro. And what's funny is the problem that we thought was going to be the major source of the problem on the offensive line has actually been pretty solid. He's actually been pretty solid, bro. I got to give it to Trevor Penny. Everybody jumped on the kid's ass. Trevor Penny's been pretty solid this year. Yes, he got beat. It's the NFL. Everybody gets beat. But he was not getting beat like Cesar Ruiz and Louis Patrick and Ali Udo. For Patrick and Udo and Caesar, man, that was just, they just got their, I don't mean to cuss on your show, bro, so I'm going to say they just got their behinds whipped, bro. It's
That's
just
cool.
that simple. They won the line of scrimmage. The interior defensive line whipped the New Orleans Saints interior offensive line. And for the Saints to have success and walk out of Atlanta this week with a win, the interior offensive line, the offensive line as a whole, is going to have to play significantly better, man. And the tight end must be involved this week, especially if there's no Elvin, man. Or if Elvin is limited. Tight end is going to have to be involved. And with Taysom coming back, if Elvin's limited, you can expect a lot of Taysom. And, of course, Jordan Mims. We'll start seeing Jordan Mills probably this week too.
Yeah, man, the offensive line performance kind of reminded me of that performance that they had versus the Dolphins that COVID year with Sean Payton, and we had Ian Book out there starting. It reminded me of that. But yeah, man, it was attacking Cesar Ruiz, man. It kind of reminded me of that year where we played Atlanta, and Atlanta was just doing bad that year. We thought we were just gonna come in the dome and just roll them over, but they had put the ends at guard. I mean, they put their ends over the guard and it was just attacking them. And that same game plan, the Vikings had used that same plan, and they attacked Ben Grubbs and they attacked Pete, and they were just beating them like a drum. Boy, I remember that like it was yesterday. But I'm gonna go ahead on and in the live stream and get up out of here, man. I got some business to take care of. But Dolph, thanks for coming on to the show, and tell everybody in the chat where they can find you at on your platform. I'm sure most of everybody up in here already know who you is.
Hey, Marley, before you do that,
go ahead on and tell them where you can find you at on your channel, man. All your platforms.
All right. Y'all can find me at the Keeping It
Oh, goddamn, Dolph, you didn't win out again.
That's why I was trying to get you to highlight T Dirty's comment. That dude's a fool, bro. Shout out to T Dirty, bro.
I don't know if Dolph know he went out or not. Tell Dolph, he probably can't hear me, Jerry. If he can't hear me, go ahead. Let me go ahead on and tell Dolph.
I think you can hear me too, Molly.
Go ahead on and tell him come back in.
Yeah, can you still hear me?
Yeah. Dolph?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but
he probably just gonna have to come back in. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Dolph was giving some good insight, man. Let me see.
Yeah.
Somebody sent a chat. Oh, he said his wife calling him.
Yeah, that's why he got cut off. Oh, okay.
All right, let me see. Let's see if he can get back in.
Hey,
okay.
My wife, hey, let me be quick. My wife was calling me, man. Hey, it's your boy Dolph. Hey, you can find me at the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast. I'm part of the Come On In Sports Network, home to the #1 pre-game show on all social media as the NFL turns. Join us this Sunday morning, every Sunday morning, 10:05 a.m. Central Time. Zach, Nine Fishing, Carlos, TJ, PJ, Jeremy, and the legendary Coach Rock and yours truly. We have a good time. We get you ready for the game, for the day's action every Sunday. Also, we will be live tomorrow night previewing the Saints and the Falcons. So, Marlon, if you're free, bro, come on over, bro, as our special guest, man, tomorrow night, if you're able to, man, and come on in and chill with us, man. We're going to have a good time. We're going to look at this Falcons-Saints matchup some more, and we're going to get ready for Sunday, man. And I saw that, shout out to Big Country Low, too, bro. I saw.
What in the world, bro?
Tim. I saw he said Tim better.
Yeah, I saw it, too.
You know, I might have to do something next St. Falcon game to get back at him, bro.
Yeah, he think you all that, huh?
Yeah. I saw, you know.
You probably got to return the favor, Dolph, if we win. You got to return the favor if we win.
Yeah,
you have to.
If we
you have
win,
to.
bro, we going to return the favor, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, return the favor to your cousin Red Swarm, too, bro.
Yeah, I got to talk to my cousin, man. But look, man, listen, bro, I'm proud of you, bro. Keep grinding, bro. You're doing great, bro. I see you growing, bro. And shit, I'm learning from you too. Jerry, my brother, as always, ain't nothing but love, my brother. Who that nation? Stand up, baby. This Sunday.
Yes,
we gonna eat us some pheasants, bro. We gonna pluck them dirty birds, man. Like always, family.
Love.
And who that? And I'm out, family.
All right, dog.
All right, fam. Later.
Do that.
All right, later.
Do that.
Yes, sir. Let's handle our business. Let's handle our business over there in Atlanta.
Got any last words, Jerry?
Nah, man. I think we pretty much covered up everything. I mean, you covered up everything. Mikey covered up everything. Dolph was just in here covering up everything. Me, everybody in the chat. So ain't no more I can say except handle your business on Sunday, and we'll be 3-1.
All right, man. Thanks for the showing up, Jerry.
Anytime, Molly. You be blessed, my brother.
You too.
All right, who that?
Man, shouts out to Jerry OG, always supporting the show. Y'all go ahead on. If y'all like Saints content, y'all make sure y'all follow Keeping It Real Saints with Dolph Jackson. He does a very good job over there. Very good content, very insightful. Knows what he's talking about. He knows the game. He has this other guest on there, Coach Rock. He's a coach himself, so he brings some insight to the game. Follow y'all subscribe to Real Fan Sports. My dog Zach, man, he very insightful to NFL. Y'all go subscribe to T Dirty. Very, very funny, man. He's like our Who That Nation Bubba Dub. Like, man, if you just want to hear a fan talk about what's going on with the team, you know, he probably ain't gonna get too much deep in the X's and O's, but he's gonna talk about how he feel about the team, period, and what he thinks about the matchups. And when he need to get on ass, he's gonna get on ass, and he's just very funny, bro. Funniest dude on YouTube, in my opinion, when it comes to the Saints content creation community. And they got Mikey, man. Go ahead on and follow Mikey, man. Mikey got a page, Hurricane Mike. He's trying to get out there with the Saints content. So yeah, man, if you want to subscribe to some Saints content, those are all the people right there y'all could definitely enjoy, man. Real Force Sports fan Zach says, appreciated my brother T Derby. Correct me. Yeah, he's definitely the funniest YouTube creator out there. I don't care what nobody say. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead on the in the stream, and y'all just be safe out there. If y'all going to the game in Atlanta, y'all be safe out there to go watch this team. It's gonna be some ugly weather, and it might be some ugly offensive line play. So we're gonna hit the double whammy right there. But I think the Saints win this game. I really want to see the final injury report before I could give a score prediction. But for right now, I still think the Saints will win this game and come out on top. But y'all be safe out there. Y'all have a blessed week, and who that?